Well, the suicide of the Hyderabad University scholar Rohit Vemula has now turned into a full-blown political battle, with politicians making a beeline at the Hyderabad University campus. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi met the family of Rohit and the protesting students at the university. Rahul Gandhi said that Rohit was driven to suicide for expressing his views. Whosoever is responsible for the death, be it union ministers or the Vice Chancellor of the university, must be punished. The Congress party is demanding the Prime Minister sack HRD Minister Smriti Irani and Labour Minister Bandaru Dattatreya and order a high-level probe into the student's suicide, who was expelled from the hostel and suspended from the university at the behest of the ministers.
Certainly he has committed suicide. But the conditions for his suicide have been created by the Vice Chancellor and the Minister and the institution. And that means that there is no question, absolutely no question on merits for the Vice Chancellor to remain here. Whoever is responsible for this outcome has to be punished in the strictest manner possible.
But Rahul Gandhi is not alone. Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress and Mayawati's BSP are also sending delegations to Hyderabad. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has called the death a murder and said that the Prime Minister should apologize to the nation. AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi has sought action against the University Vice Chancellor. Editor South TS Sudhir is now joining us with more details. Sudhir, at the present moment, as protests continue across Hyderabad, at the university and outside Bandaru Dattatreya's residence, what is the sense you are getting? How long are students going to continue? What now is their demand?
Well, it seems to be a long drawn out battle. In fact, if I may just get you a sense of the atmosphere out here, and if you may just do a 360 degrees of the camera, this was the place where Rahul Gandhi addressed. Of course, much fewer number of people right here, right now at this point in time. Many of the students out here, there were people like former Hyderabad MP Asaduddin Owaisi and former MP G. Vivek also, who came here and made political speeches extending their support to the students out here who have been protesting, and their main demand is the sacking of the Vice Chancellor Apparao, also compensation for the family, apart from the fact that they want cases to be registered against the 4 people. Let's get a sense of how the students have reacted to all the political speeches. Rahul Gandhi was here. For those, you are a member of the Joint Action Committee. Do you get the sense that there are many political parties who are jumping into the fray, hoping to gain some kind of political mileage?
See, we have maintained very clearly that our struggle draws from the legacy of the Dalit Bahujan movements that have happened in the country, in this society, and definitely we are against BJP, definitely we are against Hindutvavadi right-wing forces. When political parties from outside are coming and showing support, it is not that we have invited them to come, they are coming on their own to show support, and therefore we welcome them, because it is not an invitation extended by us.
So you are okay with them using this as a platform to target the BJP? You are perfectly all right with that?
We are not, we have maintained throughout the program, if you have listened...
You are lending your shoulder for them to fire at the BJP?
We are not lending any shoulder to fire at the BJP. We are letting people to be a part of this struggle. We are maintaining that this is a struggle of the students which draws from the legacy of the Dalit Bahujan people of this society.
Are you fine with the fact that this entire agitation has taken a completely anti-BJP character?
Of course, BJP is the culprit here, and BJP needs to be targeted. We do not, it doesn't matter to us whether Rahul Gandhi is coming or whoever is coming to speak here. It is, we have to highlight the fact that BJP is the culprit. It is the BJP minister. It is the BJP Hindutvavadi ideology which is killing people in this society.
Okay, thank you Firdaus for that perspective. So there you heard it, the BJP being targeted by most of the speakers out here. Mayawati is expected to make an appearance. You're also likely to have the Derek O'Brien of the the Trinamool Congress,
Right.
who's likely to come in at around 8 o'clock. So in that sense, it's no longer an issue that concerns only the Hyderabad Central University. It has become a national political issue, and that's how the students will also want, because they would want the pressure to be there on the HRD ministry to take some
Absolutely.
decisive
Yes.
action in this matter.
Yes, absolutely. Sudhir, it's very clear from the words of that student. They're mincing no words in making the demands that the students want very and amply clear. Sudhir, stay on with us, because India Today has got irrefutable proof of how the pressure was mounted on the University of Hyderabad officials to take action against the Dalit students. 4 reminders were sent by top officials of the central government over a span of 3 months to the university. This after Labour Minister Bandaru Dattatreya had written to university authorities to act against the 5 students. The reminders, which India Today has, were first sent in early September and continued till November. The letters were sent by top officials of the Union HRD Ministry, by the Joint Secretary, Under Secretary and the Deputy Secretary, each asking for an urgent update on the action taken on the minister's letter. Well, the constant pressure was maintained on the university to ensure the authorities acted quickly and decisively on the Dattatreya's complaint. The HRD ministry has denied pressurizing the Vice-Chancellor, saying it's general practice to send such letters. Sudhir, I'd like to understand from you, is it general practice to send so many reminders in a short span? What is the university saying?
Well, that's what we are told by the HRD ministry, that it's a usual practice to send reminders, especially when a letter of this kind has come from a union minister to another union minister, colleagues in the cabinet. So in that sense, they find nothing wrong. But even though the letters do not in any of the correspondence say that you should take action against the students or why no action has been taken against the students, the fact that reminders have been sent by the Under Secretary, by the Joint Secretary, by the Deputy Secretary to both the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar obviously puts some kind of a subtle pressure on the university authorities that they are in some way expected to take some action. That's how the letters, the reminders, the constant reminders over 3 months have been interpreted in the university. I have been speaking to members of the faculty, and they do believe that when the main ministry's top officials are sending these kind of reminders, expecting some kind of a reply from the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar, obviously the indication and the underlying message that would be interpreted by the authorities is that they are expected to act on what the initial letter by Bandaru Dattatreya, the Union Minister for Labour, said. And that's perhaps how this entire decision to expel these 5 students was taken.
Sudhir, many thanks for getting us all those details from the University of Hyderabad. Well, and as Sudhir was pointing out, the protests over the research scholar's suicide are spreading across the country now. Students are holding protests in Hyderabad, Mumbai and Pune, demanding justice for 26-year-old Rohit Vemula. The protests are expected to spread to other cities as well. There is a protest that's planned for later today in Bengaluru. Students protested outside Union Labour Minister Bandaru Dattatreya's residence in Hyderabad this morning. Dattatreya is the minister who had complained against the students to the HRD ministry, calling them anti-national. It was his complaint that got these students expelled, and Dattatreya has been charged with abetting the suicide. Protests are also continuing at the University of Hyderabad, where students are demanding the termination of the Vice-Chancellor and a compensation for Rohit's family. Protests are also being held in Mumbai. Students of the prestigious Tata Institute of Social Science and IIT Bombay have joined the protests. And the protest turned ugly in some places, and the police had to be called in. In Pune, the Film Institute students are on a day's hunger strike demanding justice in the students' suicide case. In Delhi, we have seen the NSUI yet again protesting outside the HRD ministry today.
Colleague Vishwas Kumar has been able to scoop this dossier, which gives details about what the Indian NSA intends to tell his Pakistani counterpart. Gaurav.